everybody convinced that global warming is a serious problem, he has the solution with all these companies waiting to come up and be created. So he can basically charge you for the air you breathe, because what he's going to do is solve our problem and then charge everybody else for the money for fixing it. So don't buy into his garbage. He's such a liar. Stephanie Ralphie sent me a picture of him earlier today. And it was just funny. I just told her that makeup can't even make that guy look good. He looks like such a lizard. And, you know, there's nothing good about Al Gore, folks. And Ron Paul is the same thing. He's from the same ilk, the same agenda as Al Gore. People get really touchy about that, and they get really angry when you mention it. But I posted on my website weeks ago the New Age link to the site, or the New Age site that was claiming Al Gore as one of their own, Ron Paul. Well, they've always claimed Al Gore, but I mean, this one was claiming Ron Paul, Cynthia McKinney, and Dennis Kucinich, all being supporters of this NESARA agenda. And I've spent a lot of time talking about NESARA and how it's the political agenda of the beast. And Ron Paul is one of their white knight politicians, which means he's all part of this alien agenda. And so I get these hate emails from people. Well, he wants to restore the Constitution. That's a lot that's a lot better than anybody else wants to do. Yeah, but at what price, folks? Because in their agenda, in order to enjoy all of the things that they're going to fix and all the woes that they're going to correct, you have to be initiated into their new kingdom as well. And so you have the Luciferian initiation of the New World Order, and you have the Luciferian initiation of the NESARA crowd. And so both agendas are calling for this Luciferian initiation. So you're not getting away with anything. You're not, yeah, you can have your Constitution, but you're going to have to get the mark of Satan if you want to be able to participate in the society, And so, folks, go the way of the Amish. Get away from society. Get away. Start letting go of things. Because the number one thing dominating the church today is the woman, the whore, the spirit of Jezebel. And what is that? That is doing your own thing, doing what you want to do, and not staying focused on God and His kingdom. And so start getting yourself detached from this society and be able to live away from the society as much as possible. Another email from our listener. Sherry, have you seen the stars that are brighter than everything else in the sky and don't twinkle? There are two near where I live, and they stick out like a sore thumb. And nobody else sees them. I know. They're so obvious. They're right above the horizon every night. They're the first things out. Sometimes they're the only things out because it's too cloudy for the other stars to even be seen. But you'll always see the UFO ships. And so, even the ones that do, sometimes they're pale, the pale orange ones. And then you have the twinklers. They're bright white lights. They almost look like there must be 5 million light bulbs attached to them, and they twinkle, and people are just calling them twinklers. And they lay as low on the horizon as the dull, plain, round ones. And so, yeah, I mean, we're talking about these things for years. More and more people starting to notice them. Just don't. And what are they? I believe that they're UFO ships. I believe that they're UFO ships. Satellite, what do you call it? UFO recognizance, motherships, whatever. That's what I believe they are. Hi, Sherry. I was listening to Arizona Wilder again and again yesterday. A talk she did in 2007. She said the reptilians are not adjusting to the changing energies, that all of which is hidden will be exposed, and that even the reptilians are under divine law. Alex Collier said he was an alien contactee, said the reptilians are on their way out, and that they were dumped here, evolved into the end of the universe. Peggy Kane said the reptilians are on their way out. Well, that would be nice. But the only reason they're going to go is if they have to. And the only way to make them have to go is to make it as miserable here on Earth as possible. And the only way you're going to do that is by drowning out their dead, awful, orgone, wicked energy with positive life force energy. Do you need donations for the ministry, and are you getting them in your mail? I get all mail received here. I don't always reply I try to get to it once a month, or if I get an email from somebody and talk to them. Anybody interested in donating to the ministry, you can do so at Sherry Shriner, P.O. Box 531, Carrollton, Ohio, 44615. And that's from someone who's been a donator to this ministry, and you know who you are, and I thank you for your donations. And I thank all those who support this ministry. I thank you for your donations. I couldn't do it without you, you know. It costs a lot for the websites every month, and to make up for a lot of the money, extra money I end up spending on Orgone to get it across the country to people who can't afford to buy it. You know, not a dime is ever wasted. And so I appreciate your donations, folks. Who will be the next president, Hillary or Barack? You know what? I'm going to say what I've said since 2003. I'll go out on a long stretch and say Hillary. But what I found interesting a couple weeks ago in the codes was the term libertarian. Because, you know, Satan's a libertarian. He's all for personal rights. Feel free to worship him as God. That's I want you to have all the rights and room and comfort you need to worship him as God. And so, I don't know. Ron Paul may pull it off because of seeing this libertarian thing in the code. I don't know if it was referring to Ron Paul or Satan or what, but lo and behold, there's the term libertarian. And so I just laughed because, you know, Satan is all things to all people, one of these amoral people. And so whatever it's going to take for him to get in control, that's what he's going to use. But if, you know, if I had to take a long shot, not even so much of a long shot, it would be Hillary, because she's just so evil, she's so dominant in the codes. Even if she's not president, she's going to be in a position, in some way, either planning or implementing or in charge of through Congress. She is going to be in charge of the martial law here in America. And so, Hillary, yeah. And so either way, if she's president or not, she is a main player in the last days, because she is going to be behind and in charge of martial law here in America. And so, you know, don't kiss Al Gore goodbye yet. He's always behind the scenes, pulling strings, running things. You know. And so, Ron Paul, I don't know. He is just, you know, he's the alien agenda. And he would just hand over the reins of this country to the Antichrist. You see, we still have free will, people, and we're a free will, free choice society. So whatever we do has a cause and effect. And so if Hillary's president, then this and this and this is going to happen. If Ron Paul's president, then this and this and this is going to happen. And if Barack Obama is the president, then this and this and this will happen. And so everything is laid out. It's like, here's your choices, and depending on which choice you make, this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, and that's what's going to, you know. And so, and none of it's good. None of it is good. It does not matter who is president of the United States. It's going to hell in a handbasket. And so you need to prepare. There's going to be no last-ditch hope. And I know people get mad when you take their hope away. But it makes you realize that, you know, what the Bible says is true. We're going to be in the tribulation period, not the vacation period. And we're going to get there no matter who's at the helm of the United States. There is no turning around. We are too late. We are beyond that. No real Christian would ever even get to a position that Ron Paul has. Ron Paul has gotten to the position he is because he's protected by the alien agenda, because